Interdependence. You should never feel lonely as you are dependent on many, and many are dependent on you. You are dependent on air, water, food, house, money, etc. Whereas your boss, your client for whom you are a customer, and all non earning members of your family are dependent on you. Thus, feeling of loneliness is a mental disorder. Practically everyone is interdependent. This dependency in many humans become a source of frustrations. Majority want they should lead a life which is fully independent. But friends, that is impossible. No matter how much we are and become a big shot, we have to depend on someone or the other. Existence of an independent man is not possible. We usually define an independent person as who is earning, but practically, even if you are earning handsomely, even then you are dependent on others. You are dependent on your family emotionally, you are dependent on your wife sexually, you are dependent on your maid for doing household works, you are dependent on your clients or customers professionally, etc. etc. Thus, even after earning, you are not independent. Never a day will come that you are fully independent. The Creator has made everything interdependent so that there should not be a monopoly, because if there is a monopoly, then there is a chance of big fight. We would have killed many whom we did not like. Our major concern is that majority of us are living in a sleeping state and are not awakened. We are so much occupied in ourselves that seldom we see. We are blind with eyes. Daily so many things are happening around us, but rarely have we seen them because our mind is working under ego mode. Since the morning we get up until we sleep, in the night we are just dancing on the tunes of ego. Suddenly we become angry, an hour later we are laughing, then we become jealous. There is a feeling of hate, we become insecure, and there is some tension. In a day of 24 hours, we keep changing colors as our mind is not stable. Instability of mind is a signal that we are living in ego mode. Can't we see all this? Our insane behavior. If not, then we are living an unintelligent life. Not only we waste our life, but also pollute others' life who live around us. Our attitude is of me and mine. If round the clock mind is in me and mine, then it is evident that ego is in charge. If you want to get out of this ego, then want is also a part of ego. In life, things are very simple, but our mind makes them complicated. If you see anything and there is an automatic reaction, it means egoistic mind is in between the thing you are seeing and you. If you see anything and there are views, thoughts, or judgments of any kind coming, it means egoistic mind is between the thing you are seeing and you. To see this is fairly simple. Now, unless between you and object the egoistic mind does not drop, you cannot see the object clearly. What you will see will be polluted by your egoistic mind. This polluted perception prevents us from seeing the object with clarity and with different perspective. Things do not stop here. These polluted perceptions are stored in memory, and when we see the particular object again, the polluted information already stored about that particular object in the memory gets activated, and our vision to see the object is blurred by that. So, our problem is that unless we see the object without the stored information of that particular object coming in between, we cannot establish the true relationship with that object. This is the reason why our relationship with people and objects go wrong. If this small thing does not enter your head, then you will keep repeating the same mistake. But if you can see this, then you are awakened. One seeker asked a question that if this phenomena of mind coming in between the object and me stops, then how we will function in our normal life? Again, the question is being asked by the egoistic mind of the seeker. This is the cleverness of egoistic mind, that it does not allow you to function minus it. Dear friend, when you reach at that level where you can see the mind coming in between the object you see and you, then a new dimension of eternal mind will open, and which will guide you to use the memory of mind on that particular object. An auto switch mode operation will start, which automatically will decide what memory to use and how much. Your eternal mind will control the deciding factor, and obviously it will be through the same thinker but with changed boss. Earlier the boss was I or ego, but now the new boss is eternal. Earlier the false self was operating, but now it is the true self. Phenomenon of mind is constant only. The mode of operation change. There may be cases when the eternal mind will suggest the mind not to use the personal memory at all. We will take an example. Suppose a person had hurt you. Now that hurt gets activated by his thought coming in mind. You spend hours thinking about your hurt. Obviously, it is deeply stored in your memory. Now, in order to avoid further hurt, you discuss the matter with your family members and friends. What everybody will tell you is that forget about him. But friends, do you think it is so easy to forget who has hurt you? Now, in this case, one fine day that person comes in front of you. What will happen? You will get agitated. Now, if your mind is working in ego mode, there is a possibility of fight. Why? Because the wounds of the hurt by him are stored in your memory, but in case you can see at that moment your ego, then mind will shift to eternal mode. Your auto switch of memory will be operated by the eternal. It will suggest, forgive and forget, and will not allow the memory of that person who hurt you to react. Thus, in this case, no memory is used by the mind. In life, there are many cases when you do not need the memory, because using the memory in those cases cause negativity.